Hey, and welcome to the Board Game Chair. I'm Monique, and this is Trev, and this is a podcast where we talk about all things board games, and usually it's our first impressions of our first time playing a certain game. And today we're going to be talking about the game Heat.
Pedal to the metal.
Pedal to the metal.
It has a colon, I'm pretty sure. I think. I don't know. But
Ka-chow.
good job. Oh, we might get copyrighted for that one. I'm just kidding. This game is really cool. We played it a couple weeks ago with our friends, and we played it 3 times. It wasn't our first impression.
We'll
but
talk
it's
about
close to it. And we'll talk about our experience of it all. And Monique has a great hot take on it. This game is a racing game where you basically, it's card hand management or resource management essentially, and you're trying to get around the board better than everyone else. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So basically the way the game works is you have a hand of cards and they have a different number on them, like from 0 to 5 or 0 to 4, depending on how you're playing. And basically that tells you how many spaces you can go, and you can play up to 4 cards. Up to 4 cards. And you get to kind of shift and choose how many you get to pick. And you get to play them, and then it tells you how far you can move around the board. The catch is on the corners, and this is like where the game gets spicy and good, is if you go too fast, you drift out and you have to go back. And basically it can really, really hurt you.
And you get stuck.
And it is really hard, but thrilling at the same time. Like, you would think it'd be so boring, to be honest. Like, it's kind of weird and doesn't sound that interesting, but it is so intense when you get to those corners that I find it absolutely exhilarating to do.
It's super fun. I now enjoy the game.
Okay, tell us what happened.
Okay, the first time we played, I had no idea what was going on, to say the least.
What?
I thought I told you this.
Just kidding, I know.
Oh, I was like, okay. So I'd play my cards, and I'd go along the little straight portions just fine. And then I would get to the corner, and I'd be like, what do I do? Should I play this card or this card? And everyone would be like, play this. So I'd play it. It was fine. It was good. It was whatever. So then, continuing the game on, or whatever, we're on lap 2 or something, we get to a corner. Everyone just stops explaining to me. I still have no clue what's going on.
Well, we all thought you got it.
I still have no clue. So I take my best guess, and I get stuck corner after corner. And it just set me back so far that it was like, why am I even playing the game? Because at this point, I'm too far behind to even reach anyone. So it doesn't matter.
You were so angry. I remember that.
So I gave up. I literally gave up. I was like, okay, I'm just done. I'm just going to play my cards, whatever happens. And it was just so frustrating to play, and I don't even know. Just be so far behind that it didn't even matter what I did.
Yeah.
And I think that's one fallback of the game is that if you mess up twice, you're out. Just stop playing.
No.
Because it can, though.
Marshall caught back up.
That's true, but he's experienced. If you're a new player and you get caught twice, bye.
Yeah, it's true. Especially if it's on the last lap, you're done. It's true.
Anyway, so that was my biggest issue with the game. Obviously, we played it again, and I had a debriefing with Trevin. We got the whiteboard out. He explained the rules like I was 5 because
I just on the whiteboard I drew out the spaces, I drew out corners, and we practiced. I said, okay, what cards would you play if you were on this corner? What would you do?
We prep for game night.
We prep for game. We take it very seriously.
Anyway, after that, I felt like I was on fire. I was ready to be like, okay, guys, let's go. I'm ready for this. And my second game went great. And
you need like second place or something like that, or third.
Something like that. But I kept up with the rest of the game. Mm-hmm. And kept up with everyone on the board, and I think that's really what made the difference, is that I was able, trying to think of the right words.
Like hold your ground almost?
Yeah, and I started to understand more of the strategy of the game. I think, honestly, it wasn't the game's problem. It was just I was trying to be taught this game super fast, and my brain that night was just
Not
gone.
there.
But obviously that's no one's fault except me.
Yeah.
But after playing it, I really liked it. I thought
you
it was
do
good.
really enjoy it.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's really intriguing, like Trevin was saying, and the corners really like it makes you think so hard. Like
You have to
I'm, like,
plan
counting.
out multiple steps.
I'm counting on my fingers. I'm like, it's math.
Math. That's so funny. Yeah, this game is like, I think it's like a moderate complexity.
Yeah.
But I will say though, like I am glad we kind of got thrown into it because I didn't really understand how the corners work. They like, I remember when they explained it to us like corners are important. And I'm being like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, sure they are. And if they would have tried to like sit down and be like, okay, you have to do this, I would not have understand.
That's true. If I wouldn't have had that first experience of that first bad game, I don't think that it would have been as good coming out of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like if my first game would have been good, I knew all the rules, whatever, I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much. It was like a win for me of I didn't understand, now I understand.
Yeah, that's true. It is. It just is so weird. I don't even know how to explain it. You just gotta go play it. You just gotta go play it, and you can figure it out.
Thanks for watching our podcast.
No,
Just kidding.
stop. So where would you put this on a rank of like we're like moderate. I don't know. Like we're pretty. We play a lot of games.
I would say we're intermediate.
We're intermediate game.
We're not experts by
Yeah.
any means, but I would say we're intermediate,
Where would you
leaning
put it?
towards expert.
Yeah, we're like yeah.
If we're being nice.
We're going in that way. We're going that way.
But again, we don't like games that are extremely complex and take all day
we
to
don't
play.
We don't play Twilight Imperium. I'll be honest. We don't do
So if that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at.
that. Yeah.
Anyway, what was your question?
Where would you put this on the scale of expert to beginner board games?
A solid 5 out of 10. If 10's the most complex,
I'm like, I don't remember seeing numbers between my two hands here.
if 10's the most complex,
So like in the middle, right in the middle.
and Uno is number 1.
Uno? Oh, Uno, like the game Uno.
Yeah.
I thought you were just being funny. That's hilarious.
Skippo, was that better?
Well, Skip was like a 2.
Okay, if it's Skippo is 1, then this one's a 6. I would say 5.5 to 6 actually.
Which
difficulty.
honestly is so funny because the rules, there's just not a lot of rules.
Well, granted, I think that when you add all the extra cards and like
I guess, yeah.
the weather and we haven't played with all of these, but all those different aspects, I think it bumps it up to like the 6. So it starts at 5, simple track, the beginner track or whatever, and then it can be up to 6.
Where do you put chess on this scale?
4, 3.
More complex than chess. Interesting.
You don't think so?
I think chess can be complicated.
I mean,
wonder.
rules wise.
Oh, rules wise.
Strategy wise, chess is more.
Yeah, chess is oddly complicated.
So I guess rule wise, with just the amount of rules there are, definitely Heat. But complexity, it would rank lower.
Probably, I'd say
Strategy,
closer,
sorry.
strategy closer to like 5, probably.
4.5.
Maybe 4, yeah. 'Cause the thing is, it's not like a crazy puzzle. Because like when you see a straight line, you just go as fast as possible. You know, in the corners, you just count your cards. It's the timing's kind of.
I think
jumpy,
it's more with this game versus a more strategic game. It's the luck aspect of you're drawing cards.
Yeah.
And you have to remember what you've discarded into your discard pile to know, okay, do I have a 4 card that I can move 4 spaces coming up soon, or are all those in my discard? I think that's where the strategy per se comes in, but I think it's intertwined with luck.
I understand.
Versus like other more strategic games that are just solely strategy.
That's fair.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does. So going into our final question that I have for you. We don't own this game, first off. Our friends own it. So we own it adjacent. We own it without paying for it. If our friends died
That's so horrible.
and their games got whatever, would you buy this game?
Yes, question mark.
Why yes, question mark.
Because I like it. I do like playing it, but I don't know if I like it to the point of purchasing.
But you said yes.
I only am.
Why don't you just say maybe?
Maybe.
Okay.
The thing is like I know that we can play it with them, so it's like I don't necessarily.
No, they're dead. The game is nowhere in our vicinity. We'd have to be the person to go buy.
Is that the only game for sale? Is that our question?
Oh,
see,
no. You can go to the board game store. It's just like, where'd you pick it up?
Oh. I don't know. It's hard for me to imagine not having it, owning it adjacent. If that makes sense.
You need to be more creative with your thinking then. Just kidding. For me, it's a yes.
Why?
I think it's different enough that it would round. It's a good like item to have in a collection. Does that make sense?
It makes a well-rounded collection. Is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that it's one of those games where it's like when you have people like us come over, that we're intermediate board game players. We've played a lot of games that are kind of more in the middle section, and that this would be a good game to teach someone that would understand it pretty well.
That's true. I'm also just thinking of like our group of friends. If our friends died that play board games,
who else would we play
who
with?
would we play with?
Ourselves. I heard it's fine at 2 players.
Just something to think about.
That's true.
why it was
That's
kind of
true.
a maybe. It was like I don't know who else I would play with. Obviously, if we make more friends.
If we were more sociable, we would be able to play more games. But yeah, I think I'd get it, honestly. Every time I go to the board game store I've looked for it, I told myself I'd buy it if I saw it. 100%.
Which is kind of sad because isn't it out of print? They
It's
haven't
not-
printed anymore or something?
No. It's just back ordered.
Oh.
Extremely backordered.
See, it's that good.
It's made by the same people who made Ticket to Ride. Can you believe that?
I can't believe that, actually.
Yeah, kinda
Thinking
crazy.
about it, it makes sense.
Pretty sure it's Days of Wonder. Yeah. Same artwork, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking same chaotic energy from the cards.
Oh. Not fans of Ticket to Ride over here, by the way. We are not fans of that game. But maybe it's just because we have the Europe version.
We need to get a version where the street names aren't in their original language.
Yeah, they're not in German or...
Because trying to remember Showing a Lifeline,
Where?
I don't know. Random city in Europe is so... It's like...
Yeah, trying to find
Where's
the map
my train
is
going?
true.
I think we need to get like the New York version or the San Francisco. Just the mini, compact, just take it slow.
Or America.
Oh, yeah. We just need one that's English.
English only.
And somehow have some sort of... See, that's why I think New York would be good, because I kind of know how the streets work there. Kind of. Barely.
It's a grid system.
I know, but...
You go up, down, left, right. That's about it.
I mean, like the name of the streets or whatever.
Yeah.
It would be easier to locate on the board. Anyway, this is not about Ticket to Ride.
Yeah, we're about heat. Anyway, this game is great. I honestly think that you should go pick it up if you're thinking about it. Like, if you're like, maybe should I get it? Maybe go get it. It's a good game. Or
It's fun.
Or go to the board game store and see if they have it for rent and just try it. Because, like, it really is a great game. And I think that, like, once you kind of get past that, like, learning barrier of the corners, like, smooth sailing from there, you can do it.
Oh, yeah.
And like, they have so many other maps, and, like, you think it wouldn't change it up. It changes it up.
Yeah,
It's
that was
fun.
one thing that actually surprised me, was the difference between all the maps. It was like, oh, wow, like, this is a different game, which was surprising because it's just
The same
different
thing, but
corners.
it's like that, but it's like the same map, but cursive.
Yeah, it's like, make it blue.
But make it legit though. It's true. Anyway, that's from us from today. Kind of keep it short and sweet. Give you a little bit of a podcast this week. If you have any questions about this game, leave it down below. We'll try to answer it. Again, we've only played it a couple of times. We're not experts, but we want to be. It's a great game. We want to play it more. If you guys have any questions about any other games, check out our other videos. See if we've done a video about it. If not, leave it down below, and maybe we can take a look at it and see if we can do something about that. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys next time. See ya.